friends were fucking. Okay, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Figz Podcast. Today's episode, we've got 13 Figz. How you doing?
Sweet, brother.
Okay, well, we finally got you on after... I wanted to get you on for a while now, but you've been busy, and...
I would like to I'd like to say that I did agree to come on this about 11 o'clock this morning. Since then, I've had a couple or 10 of beers, so I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody.
Oh, yeah. Well, I messaged him and I was like, you sure you want to do this now? And he's like, yeah, so, yeah, we're currently still doing it. 10 days.
There's no better time than now.
Literally. Okay, so I got a few topics we can talk about. So the first one here is, we're just going to talk about the new AEW figures, your thoughts, things you don't like.
Let me quickly switch it up. I have got a topic to talk about.
All right.
My missus has just started watching How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. How has Matthew McConaughey gone from that to being an Oscar winner? That's my first question. A lot of people, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw the curveballs here, mate. How has Matthew McConaughey gone from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days to being an Oscar global winner? That's my question.
Mad.
Ask the fans to comment on that, because that's my first serious question.
Fair enough.
Carry on.
Yeah, thoughts on the new AEW figures, and yeah.
I like them. They're nice. I think the scale fits well. I think it'll be good for customizers, because I have seen that people, from what I can gather, you can just pop the top off. I don't know about the leg.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
I've seen a few people pop it off, and it just shows the ball. Now I don't know whether you can just drop that elite body on the ball. Might be a bit of customizing, but I can't see why you can't just put the legs on the body.
Yeah, I think I've seen someone put it in the top, also on the legs.
Well, I think I saw it, but I can't remember. It might have been Jay Raines. I
can't remember who did it. But...
I know Jay Raines has cast the head himself and repainted it, because he sent me a picture of it, and that looks sweet, to be fair. And
yeah,
for me myself, I've bought the figures, but they're for my son. But the agreement was that I can get the heads and cast them myself and make them into elites. Purely New Japan figures, because that's all I'm going to be collecting. But I'm pretty certain that when that body pops off, yeah, there's a ball on it, but there's no reason why an elite won't fit on with a bit of blue tack, or
the
legs they look decent, to be fair. They're not elites. My only issue with them is that they seem quite wide on the legs, whereas elites are like quite straight down. So I'm not massively sure. I do like them though. I do agree with a lot of people that the skin tone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that for the first time, I think they nailed it, to be fair.
Yeah, especially for the first time, I think it's decent. I mean,
head scans I would say, are spot on for most of them.
Yeah, totally agree. The head scans are spot on. I think the patterns themselves are spot on the decals and on on the legs and stuff. But I think the bodies they do desire quite a lot.
Like, they're actually really good quality. I actually got them, and they look cheap. What
do you think to the Cody head?
I say I got them. I got Kenny in the Bucks. I need Cody and Jericho.
Well, like I said, Jay Raines recast the Kenny, and that looks perfect when it's repainted, and the Bucks look perfect to me. But the only one that throws me off is the Cody. I think it looks very Children of the Corn.
Yeah, I think it looked better in the prototypes.
I've seen, in my opinion, better customs where people have took the Goldust. Stardust and repainted it.
I may as well show you now. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but
that to me looks so much better than the AEW. However, the bottom on the AEW of the Cody, it is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
I do agree that the skin tones are out and they need a little bit. I think if like myself, I'm gonna recast them and put them on elites. I think they'll be perfect with elites. Now, if people want to start a new series, then obviously that they fit into scale. They are perfect.
Yeah.
I think going from an elite to say a Jazz Wears it takes a little bit of time to adjust to the two.
Mm.
You know, that they are good. That for the price range, you get a lot of accessories. I mean, look at Kenny. You get like the jacket for a start.
Yeah.
You know, the boxes I think are a little bit shit compared to say Elite.
It gives you like that Jax feel, which is kind of sick.
Yeah, it definitely does give the Jax feel of. I mean, even like with the Jax boxes, it's very similar. Like with an Elite figure is sort of it's more square, and obviously the round box and that. You know, I like them. I think they're definitely worth the money, and they're definitely worth. I wouldn't say investing, because even over here, they're going to be quite common in Smiths. It's not like you're going to struggle to find them, because once they release in, I mean, you got yours from Ringside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once they release in Smiths, or even Fig Pop Shop, the site that I use, even that, I think they're going to be quite common. I don't think they're going to be an investment, if I'm honest. Obviously, that 1 in 500 and that 1 in 1,000, that's going to be an investment. But I can't see the actual figures themselves. It's not going to be like, like when you look at like Elite One, worth a bit of money. It's not going to be worth any money because it's so mass produced. Everyone can pick them up from anywhere.
Very true.
Maybe not at the minute because everyone's fucking whining on the internet that they can't find them.
I know, it's like, do you know the struggle of being in the UK? Never mind not finding them. Yeah,
did you see that post I put on where that person bought the whole set and put them in his car?
They all do it.
Now, one, fair enough, you've got there first, you've bought the set, whatever. If you're going to sell, I mean, on the Facebook groups, they're getting raffled at like $50, and that's a $20 figure. Just wait until your shop has them, or whatever. So they're obviously in demand, but I seen something today saying that they're going to be in stock until like late 2021 or whatever. They're obviously in high demand, but they're there's not going to be like an investment. You're going to make $10 or 10 quid or whatever on top of that. That's it. You look at Smiths now. How many times you've been to Smith, Alice, and like their stock of the newest figure is full.
Yeah. To be fair though, like the Alistair Blacks and Buddy Murphys when they hit the UK, like they're so rare now, and the Champa, like they're worth quite a bit,
Was they picked up in Smiths?
They were in Smiths, at one point.
They were. Obviously, I don't collect myself. So
and now, like the price ranges on eBay, they're all just like double what they're worth. So,
see now, people are like they comment on like, oh, that's a scalper move and so on and so on, but I've done it myself. I've bought figures for 20 quid that I know that are going to be worth 40, so I buy them. It's good business.
I don't do it too much, but like if I see something which I know, I might do it because.
Well, I saw that post yourself. What was it you posted on Facebook for sale? Was it the Otis or something? Someone commented.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they defended you saying, look, if Alice wants this money and you're willing to buy it, then buy it. If you don't want to buy it, just move on. If I go to a shop, you know what I mean? If I go to a shop and there's like if I can, for example, an Armani t-shirt worth 50 quid, but I know I only want to pay 30. I don't go to the shop owner and say, well, sorry, mate, this is worth 30. You either buy it or you fucking don't.
Yeah, I know it's a lot. Like the first Pete Dunmore came out, it's worth what, like 20 quid. I paid like 80 quid from America shipped. I know it's a lot, but
exactly, and it's down to rarity. I mean,
it's like if you want it, you're just gonna have to buy it.
Exactly. Everyone's got a price, like Ted DiBiase used to say. I've got a contact in America at the minute, and he's going to ship me the full set of UFC figures.
Yeah, I really want some of them, to be fair.
The thing is, where are they available in the UK at the minute, or where are they going to be available? Like, other than,
I haven't heard anywhere, to be fair.
Exactly. I mean, even Fig Pop Shop, you look at Toys and Masks, I've asked on Facebook, no one knows where they're going to be. So I don't mind paying that price from Ringside to my American contact to then be sent to me. Yeah, it's going to cost me an extra, 40 or 50 quid in total. But I've got them. Now, when I get them, if I don't like them and I want to sell them for twice the price, who's to tell me no?
I know, literally.
Now, if you want them, you'll buy them at the price that I offer them. Am I right?
Literally.
I don't think it's called scalping. I think it's called being a businessman. And if you're willing, if there's a market for something, so look at these AW figures now. We don't get them in Smiths till what, October?
Something like that, yeah. I need to get the jar.
October. But if you want them, you're willing to pay for them, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
So now, if you want that Kenny Omega figure, and I'll tell you I've got it, but it's 50 quid, and you want it, you'll buy it. If you don't want it, move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the UFC figures, I think there's some new ones coming out. I don't know if you've seen them today.
Actually, I have. Little shout out to my newest pal, Claymore Customs. Give him a follow because he's fucking good and he's got some good bullet clubs coming. But he sent me a picture today. You got Amanda Nunes, you got Israel Adesanya, and you've got Connor, all at 6.5 inch, which is roughly elite. I think that's worth it. I mean, even these figures now, the smaller ones, they look a bit shit, let's be fair.
Yeah, they are. They're all right.
Like I've said before on my story, some of their legs are fucking massive, but they did say it's a one-off.
Yeah.
They made a mistake. They said that. They made a mistake on scale. They thought it was going to be bigger. They're obviously not. Buy them. Like I said, I'm going to spend nearly 200 quid on a £150 set just so I've got them. And then the investment is I'll likely be one of the first people in the UK to get them. If you want them, you will pay what I'm willing to sell them at. If not, I mean, I'll probably just keep them anyway. But that new series does look fucking good, especially if you look at the Jazzwares picture that they posted today.
It's the same person making AEW figures, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So you know what you're going to get. Yeah, the skin tone might be a little bit out, but you look at the prototype picture. Even Adesanya today, he looks fucking
yeah, I bought that game today, and I'm so shit on it.
Do you know what? I had it a couple of days ago because there's a shop by me that gets it early, and for a little bit extra, it lets you have it. And I went online and I did all right. I was like 2-0 to start with, and then suddenly someone just starts spamming the fucking knees, and all they do is they just spam you. Spam, same move. I want to fight. I want to have a proper fight. You know, when I play against my friends, I want to have a proper fight, and I want to use Usman for his wrestling. I want to use Masvidal for his punches. I don't want to just fight GSP every single fucking time. So I'm currently about 10-14, 10-20 probably because it's shit. Career mode though is good.
This is my first UFC game I ever played, and I've lost every game. Not even against the bloody Xbox.
I'll go on settings and change the grapple settings to legacy. So instead of straight to submission, you've got to work. You've got to go side control. You've got to go half guard. Then you've got to go top mount. So on. It's much better. I mean, my career mode, I'm currently 20-0. I'm a double champ. Just fucking people up. But then you go online and it's just like spam. It's like, I don't know if you've played WWE 2K online.
Yeah, having the spams.
Same move every. It's not a wrestling match. It's just someone spamming them wins. That's all.
I've done it. It's kind of funny, and they just rage. But it is.
I raged last night. I threw the control across the fucking room. Who was I? I was Amanda Nunes, and I was fighting whoever it was, and I smacked them. I absolutely fucking smoked them, and all that was elbows. That was it. The whole match. But it's worth, you know, it's a decent game. It's worth the money. If you like UFC, like I said on my story earlier, I'm planning on dropping a couple of UFC videos. Hopefully, Jay Raines jumps on it because I know he's a UFC fan. There's a couple of other UFC fans on here.
Yeah.
As I said to you earlier, I don't know if you follow UFC yourself, but this weekend's a big weekend.
I'm trying to get into it more. Like I obviously tune into fights roughly. Was it Diaz versus who was in Masvidal again?
Diaz Masvidal.
I watched
the planet.
Yeah.
But I don't like BT Sport in the UK. I don't know about America. I think they're all pay-per-view. But BT Sport in the UK, they put it on every night. Tomorrow's a late one. I mean, the main event's probably 6 o'clock in the morning for us in England. But it's a big night. I'm going around with my friends. We're going to have some beers and You know, like I said, if anyone's willing to discuss that, maybe so. I don't know. I don't know what people's thoughts are on UFC when it's a very big WWE community. I did see, however, WWE Underground.
Yeah, that's I don't really watch too much, but I have been keeping up with it. It does look alright. But
I saw today that Ken Shamrock, you know, the great UFC fighter, the great fucking WWE.
yeah,
If WWE want to start selling this properly, then they need to do so, and he'll get involved. But someone else, I can't remember who it was, they said that Underground just shows how fake WWE is because it's trying to legitimize a product, sorry, that's already known to be fake. Well,
yeah.
fake, not fake. You can't fake WWE, but obviously prescripted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think he's got a, like you. I don't follow WWE. I'm more of a New Japan fan these days.
Don't get me wrong, I used to, but since the whole crowd, like I was losing interest a bit with the crowd was there, but just the booking overall.
I'll I'll go on Bleacher Report and I'll look at the reviews of each show and I'll find out who the new champion is. Or you know, I've got obviously on this account I get a lot of WWE stuff pop up, so it will update me on what's going on.
Yeah,
But I won't go out of my way. Whereas with New Japan, I've got the New Japan World. You know, if something big happens, like I said to you earlier about Evil being, you know, IC champ, world champ, or
yeah,
heavyweight, whatever they call it. That's
yeah,
for me. I would much rather. I mean, I've sat here with my girlfriend and I've shown her, and she's like, WWE is obviously, let's call it Emmerdale.
it's more entertainment than
Yeah,
wrestling.
it's more entertainment. Whereas she thinks, although New Japan is less storyline driven, it's
It's,
more you know what I mean? Like you see some of the fights and they're like and stuff.
yeah,
But for me, I'd much rather New Japan because they've got a storyline. You know what I mean? You win the New Japan Cup, you challenge the champion. You win the G1, you challenge the champion. You win the New
yeah,
Japan, you know, tag team league, whatever. You challenge. There's all these little stories, and then obviously
yeah,
with COVID and the lack of foreign stars they've got that they've turned evil to put
yeah,
it, which I think was obviously a great move. I preferred it to have been Sonada, but for me, I can invest myself into New Japan because it's not weekly, it's not 3 hours a week, it's not boring, it's not the same old. I absolutely love Roman Reigns, but I don't want to see him all the time.
yeah.
I don't want to see John Cena all the time and Brock Lesnar's and you know, there's guys out there now like what Apollo's finally getting his push. Sorry, how long?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For me, New Japan is very English soap opera. Emmerdale, sorry, not New Japan. WWE, very Emmerdale, EastEnders, Coronation Street. It's very predictable, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know they're pushing these big guys, but you look at like the likes of what EC3 who's just left. EC3 would have been a fucking star. Never gave it. You look at Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, they could have been so good.
And I read that Triple H said to them, "Come to NXT, and we'll make stars of you." They're already stars. They don't need NXT. It would have been good, yeah, bit of NXT, bit of Finn Balor. Why did WWE never make the
Um,
proper thing?
they had so much gold.
They did. They had the lot. They had Finn, AJ, Gallows and Anderson. They had nothing. They had like nothing for them, and now they've had to fuck off to Impact just to get some money before New Japan starts again.
Yeah.
So for me, like I don't watch WWE. I think it's just shit.
I haven't even watched the last like 3 pay-per-views. Might have seen the odd match, but
I honestly couldn't remember the last time I actually watched it. I know I went out of my way to start watching NXT from the start. I think the last time I tuned in every week was probably Jericho and Kevin Owens being best friends.
Yeah, I've definitely stopped since the crowd has gone. That took a big.
I will say, on the other hand, I stopped AEW after about 4 weeks.
Oh, big controversy.
It was good. I liked the pay-per-views. I thought it was good, especially All In or whatever the first one was called, and then Fighter Fest. And then after that, it started being...
For AEW, I know it needs the crowd. It just does.
I couldn't even tell you. I haven't watched it since the crowd.
Still good.
Since even before the crowd. I mean, for me, it started going from that alternative to being the same.
Mm.
You know, and they're just throwing in like random debuts and, you know, yeah, Moxley for me, John Moxley's a fucking great star. He's a great champion. I don't even know if he's still champion. Is he?
Yeah,
Did he beat?
he's still champion.
Still champion.
I think I don't watch like the full show, but I know he's feuding with MJF at the moment.
Well, I mean, I like MJF. I couldn't really tell you much about his wrestling ability.
Yeah, me either. I don't even watch MJF, to be fair.
But even Jericho, when Jericho's gone to New Japan, he was.
Jericho in New Japan was. Man,
but now he's in AEW in this inner circle, and I mean, you look at some of the promos, and it's like it's not the same Jericho. It's
New Japan Jericho was my favorite.
This is what sold it for me. Me and my young lad, 14 son, you'll see his customs on my account. We was watching AEW together every week. He'd come to mine on the weekend, we'd watch it, and he loved it. And then suddenly he started dying off. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, and he said, it's boring. So I showed him New Japan, and I showed him Minoru Suzuki versus John Moxley.
I need to watch that match. I know it was a good match though.
This is the match you need to watch. And I've laid there on my bed and I've watched him watch it and his eyes have gone like that. And I'm like, you like that? And he's like, yeah, New Japan is the best, just purely on that match. Now, you're probably going to get them Moxley matches elsewhere, but you ain't going to get the same.
Mm.
And like, even I've said, like, with my girlfriend, when she's watched WWE, she's like, oh, this is a bit whatever, this is a bit whatever. AW, she's like, New Japan, she says, yeah, you can tell it's clearly fake, but there's more investment because it's less story driven. It's more
wrestling.
Well, yeah, wrestling. It tells a story in the matches as opposed to like.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Lana and Bobby Lashley story. What an absolute.
I don't talk about that.
It's like, I know there's kayfabe and stuff, but we all know that Lana is still married to Rusev. Whatever his name is now, I don't know. You cannot sell that to people because we know that they're still married.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
You know, look at like, for example, Becky and Seth. You can never sell them as a non-couple now because we know they're a couple.
Oh yeah, they overdid that. It's never you can.
Definitely, but like you look at like the kayfabe of things and stuff and building stories and so on and so on. You look at Evil and Sonata now. Yeah, Evil has been building to split from LIJ for however long. I'm sure I commented about a year ago saying, in fact, it was last G1. I'm sure it was, and I was like, look, these two are not gelling as a team, and it's built and it's built and it's built and it's built. Evil didn't have to go fuck Sonata's wife to split the couple. Do you know what I mean? We don't need that stuff. All we want is some wrestling. We want a little story told in the wrestling, and we want the afterwards. This is why I like the New Japan promos afterwards. They'll say, oh yeah, I beat so-and-so. I'm going to beat this person next. You don't need to fuck someone's wife or remarry someone's wife that we know is in real life still married.
I think the last New Japan I watched was probably Wrestle Kingdom, to be fair. And a bit after that, but Wrestle Kingdom was good.
I agree.
My favourite match of this year probably is still Ospreay Takahashi.
I'm gonna be controversial here, mate, and I'm still a little bit torn on Ospreay.
He's the main reason. One of the main reasons I watch New Japan as well.
My main reason for watching New Japan was Moxley, I'll be honest. But
Yeah.
the shit that's been said about Osprey since this
Yeah.
speaking out movement, um, technically he did nothing wrong, but he blacklisted someone who claimed rape by his friend.
Mm.
I'm still torn on him.
Yeah. I'm just going on his wrestling ability.
Yeah, no, great. I mean,
I think honestly, I think he's in the top 3 wrestlers on the planet, personally. But
I'm sure I went out my way to watch Osprey versus Shingo in the New Japan.
I need to watch that match. That match was amazing. I still yet to see it.
I definitely what I can't. I'm sure it was the junior heavyweight, whatever they call
It was
it.
the tournament, the final one.
Yeah, it was the tournament. That's it.
Yeah.
How Shingo is a fucking junior heavyweight, I ain't got no idea. But that match, to be fair, was pretty decent. To go back to your top 3, what's your top 3
Well, matches of wrestlers.
wrestlers?
Um, I'd probably put Kenny. It's gonna have to be Kenny, AJ, Osprey, probably.
Kenny AJ in what order?
For me, I would put Osprey, but I know people probably might not put him in the top 3, but I'll probably say Osprey, Kenny, AJ. For me.
For me, Kenny would be in there. However, it would be Kenny New Japan, not Kenny.
Kenny. I know he's an amazing wrestler. AEW, I haven't really seen New Japan Kenny, if you know what I mean. I'm not feeling the same Kenny.
No, it's not. But I did read that they're saying that they're sort of putting him in this tag team to build up other stars. But next year he's going to get a singles run, which means
if he came to AEW and he just got world title straight away, that would have got so much hate.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like he's probably him or Page are going to turn on each other. And
to be fair, I say Osprey Takahashi. That tag match there against the Bucks that's up there for the match. You need to watch that match.
I'm not seeing that one.
It was literally about a 40-minute tag match. It was amazing. I need to find out what pay-per-view. I think it was Revolution. Check.
I definitely put Kenny in my top 3. Kenny New Japan, not Kenny AEW.
Yeah, Kenny New Japan was the best.
I'm quite a fan of Seth Rollins, to be honest.
Yeah, me like Roman is probably like.
I absolutely love Roman.
Roman's probably in like my top 3 favorite wrestlers ever. But if we're going to like wrestling ability, I'd have to not put him in there. But yeah, same with Seth as well.
You're a bit younger than me though, so for me,
yeah,
my top 3 would be Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H. But for me, Triple H was not really there when I was younger. It's only now I've become older and realised that Triple H was actually a fucking boss. It was always the Rock straight up. I'd choose him. I'd choose The Rock or Stone Cold over absolutely anybody. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Taker, the lot. It's The Rock or Stone Cold.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I do agree that Roman gets a lot of shit that he doesn't deserve because he's been given a job and he's got a job and that's his job. I wish he'd dropped the fucking trousers and the vest. I hate it.
I know, I like it, to be fair.
Put some trunks on. Let's go old school. Let's put some fucking little pants on. You got to, man. You got to put that vest. And I mean, look at all the elite figures. How many Romans have we got now? And it's literally the same figure with a different vest.
Literally.
At least John Cena wears different t-shirts and a different hat. You know what I mean?
Literally.
I will say, talking about someone who's had a load of figures, I would probably put Randy Orton in my top 3.
Yeah.
Of all time, not current, of all time.
Of all time, for me, I'd probably put. I'll probably put all 3 members of the Shield in it. So that's what got me into wrestling, to be fair.
See, I was off it at the time. I don't know why. I came back to it about the same time the Shield started, and CM Punk was going through his last thing.
Mm.
I don't know whether it was just down to I didn't have the TV channels or I lost interest. I can't. No, honestly, I can't remember. NXT brought me back, especially Finn,
Mm.
Kevin Owens, those sort of things. But Raw and SmackDown itself, I don't remember the last time I watched them properly. It's
Yes,
probably been at least 5 years.
fair enough. I haven't watched the full episode in God knows why.
I honestly, I don't know what it is like. I mean, I've been to a couple of indie shows, and stuff, but for me, UFC does it way more than WWE does. Like, I mean, tomorrow, for example, the prelims don't start till 11, 12 o'clock at night UK time, which means to stay awake for the main event, it's going to be 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. There is absolutely no chance I would do that for wrestling.
Oh yeah,
I see some accounts that stay up are like, I mean, what's Raw even on a Monday? Raw was on a Monday, SmackDown on a Friday. They stay up to watch it, and I'm like,
especially in the performance center, and that's even worse.
oh, I like it. I like it. I think it's a lot more personal in the smaller arena. I don't like the big arenas. It's not the same as it used to be. You go back and watch some of the Attitude Era, and the crowds are proper popping.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore.
NXT and AEW with the crowds are really good.
It's not that like wrestling's a dying breed or anything. No, it's going to continue forever. But for me, there's no stars now like there was stars then. I mean, I remember. How old are you?
19.
You're 19. I'm 32. I remember when I was younger than you. I couldn't sleep one night, so I turned on Channel 5. Sure, it was Channel 5. And this is about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then suddenly I see fucking Undertaker put Mankind through a cage. And I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah, and now you turn it on, you got Bobby Lashley and that.
Bobby Lashley, fucking Lana, who's married to Rusev. I'm all for a bit of Lana and stuff, but make it believable. I mean, as well, like you look at the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. That could have been so good.
And they ruined it with Goldberg. It's just like things like that.
They ruined it, but do you know why they ruined it? Because of Goldberg. Yeah, fair enough. But they ruined it because they know that, like, look at all this Saudi money they've got now. They're doing
it wasn't worth it though. They're just losing fans.
All the fans wanted to see was, let's have another Goldberg match and get to Saudi and let's do a Triple H, Shawn Michaels versus whoever it fucking was. Who cares? It doesn't sell like it used to. Like, I remember I used to, obviously way before you was probably even born, we used to have cable TV and the only channel you had was Sky One. And you turned Sky One on a whatever night it was, and there'd be The Rock, or there'd be Stone Cold, or even like the lower stars like D'Lo Brown, and I remember Steve Blackman. I used to love Scotty Tuati and Grandmaster Sexay. You don't get none of that. You don't care about people anymore.
No. Yeah.
Whereas, like I said, I am massively invested in UFC.
At this point, I don't even care who's world champ. Like I used to care, say like Roman won, I'd be happy. Like now it's like I just don't care who's champ.
At this point, I don't even know who's world champ.
Like Pete Dunne's my current favorite, and if he won like a title now, I'm just not bothered.
Pete Dunne lives within 5 miles of my house. I will say that. I like Pete Dunne. I saw Tyler Bate at the local Tesco a couple of months back. He's about this big. Like I'm 6'1", and I mean
I met Tyler Bate in London last year.
How tall are you?
Probably like 5'8", I would say 5'9".
And I bet you towered him.
I got a picture somewhere. I have to see if I can find it. Somewhere.
Yeah, find it. Have a look. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bloke's fucking huge. He's ripped.
Yeah.
But I am about 2 foot taller than him. And the same with
Trent Seven.
Dave Mastiff. I've seen him done fucking IKEA, and he's absolutely built, but he's so short.
Okay,
But
look, Tyler Bates holding my figure, yeah, and then look, I'm taller than him. I mean, if you can see it.
Right now, add another foot on top of that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm taller than Tyler Bates. Like, let's go. I even met Bill McKenna himself.
Who?
Bill McKenna.
Oh, is that the figure bloke?
Yeah, that wrestling shop in London last year.
Let's talk then. Let's talk customs.
So I showed him my customs actually, and he followed me, which was a bit mad at the time.
Who's your top 3 customizers?
I always forget, and I go on Instagram, I'll have to just quickly see if I can type in customs because I'll forget someone. Well, obviously, I don't want to put him in there, but he's got to be in this. Obviously, BW for one.
Yeah, 100%. He's the absolute best.
I gotta put a Wrestleman Maverick in there.
Nope, agree.
And then for me, it's just I know people go on about decals or hand painted, and it's just a mix up between. I do like Mad Reaper, but then I want to put NWF or J Rain in for one of in the last spot.
For me, BW is the ultimate top tier.
Well, I just seen Wrestleman Maverick's Edge, and I'm like, this guy might be better than BW. It's just like.
Do you know what though? I don't know whether this is true or whether I'm just thinking it, but because he's got less following, he's less good, shall we say? I love WrestleMan. I think he's amazing.
Yeah.
For me, I love. I'm pretty sure it's MJP. That's Manny.
I've seen.
I like Manny.
I'm just looking now at all these people, all his custom.
He's proper good. I like obviously from the UK NWF and Ball and Squeak. I wish they'd do a bit more.
Bloody Turbo Toys if he's watching.
And Turbo Terry as well.
I have. He's a bit of a funny guy. I'm actually trying to get them all on one podcast together, which is going to be a bit mad.
Yeah, well, I spoke to Brendan about it, and he said they was willing to do so. I've got the youngest here. Oh, he's gone shy. Give me a sec.
He's going shy.
Getting shy. He's going to play Fortnite.
I play that, so I can't really say much.
I play Call of Duty because I'm an adult.
I played Call of Duty today. To be fair,
I'm alright. I'm not great.
I'm sick on it. Not gonna lie. No, I'm Warzone. I'm multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer with a bit of gunship.
Shit, a bloody Warzone.
Where was I? WrestleMan Maverick. I would have to say, yeah, top 3. I think Mad Reaper is amazing for what he does.
There's someone I'm just missing now. Like, damn, he's
look at Showstopper Joey. Yeah. He doesn't seem to do much in terms of customizing other than a repaint, but his repaints are fucking, they're amazing. I mean, he's been doing some Fly Guy. I don't even know what Fly Guy is, but he's been doing a lot of camo stuff with a pink logo, and that's good shit.
So many people, I just forget to. I'm just looking now. Yep, what's his name? I can't say it. Rocker something.
Rocker Jabroni.
He's sick as well.
I was in Custom Underground season 1. I think NWF won, Craig.
I've actually got his Balor fantasy from that tournament, the Gambit.
Let's have a look.
I've got to try and reach it. This is my first customer got off the NWF, and he used this in the tournament.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Sick.
That's nice. Craig's really good. I wish, like I said, Craig and Brandon would do a little bit more. I know Brandon deleted a lot of his photos off there, but I mean, you look at the Jay Whites that are the head sculpts that you got yourself, and I've been using. They're awesome, man.
Yeah.
I had a few figures from Craig. in a bundle that I've sold on since. But just his work, there's not many of us from the UK. Me, you, NWF, Problem and Squeak, Turbo, TXT, Matt Bernasconi, I think.
He doesn't post too much, though, does he?
He doesn't, but I did speak to him recently, and he's struggling for a bit of space at the minute. I think he's on about obviously getting his own space, but I mean, you look at his old Booker T's and they're fucking awesome.
We obviously got TSM too.
TSM I like.
I don't like waiting for his headcast though.
I'm not waiting for his headcast either. That's what I was about to say. I wish it was a little bit faster. I mean, I've had a couple of figures that, let's say, we've had to delay for 6 weeks. But he is good. I mean, he's posted today about his Brian cages. They look smooth. He deserves every bit of money that he gets. At the end of the day, a lot of it is down to us earning money.
Mm-hmm.
His casts, they're all sweet and repainted and so on. He deserves it. I mean, he was around when I was originally XIV Figz. That's going back 3 or 4 years, and he was around then.
Yeah.
I can't think of many, barring me, you, Turbo, NJ, NWF, Brandon, and TSM in the UK. Like I said, check out Claymore Customs.
I feel like I have heard that name. I need to check it.
Yeah, well, he's only recently just joined on. I mean, for me, it was an honour for me because he messaged me saying that I was sort of the reason that he's started doing his customs, but he showed me a couple. And
is this the account like?
No, that's Claymore Figz.
Yeah, what's his name?
Claymore Customs. He's got like a Chanel logo.
Oh, is it the one with the Apollo Crews?
That's the one. Yeah. Now you wait till he posts his El Fantasmo, and I want to say Ishimori. I can't remember what his fucking name is.
Yeah, I've seen that Apollo the other day too. I followed him.
Yeah, well, wait till he posts those. I mean, like I said in my post the other day, he's been helping me out with my Bullet Club, and I think he's going to take it by storm, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to what you said earlier, I think my favourite customizer is Jay Reigns. I absolutely love those UFC figures.
Yeah, I always use him for references, to be fair.
Nope, agree. I mean, he's American, I'm English. Sometimes I'll message him and I'll say, "You're a fucking bastard, that's amazing." And he doesn't get it because we swear a lot more than they do. And I'm like, "That George Masvidal is fucking amazing." And he's like, "I don't know if that's a compliment or not." And
he won't make me one, but I always keep asking him to make me this if I can find the picture.
I told him to sell me Masvidal and he sold it to someone else. The cowboy he made, he sold to Cowboy.
I keep asking him to make me this, and he just wouldn't do it. Let me show you. I wanted this so bad.
Did he make the original?
Yeah, this is the McGregor in the Floyd press.
I like that. Hey,
did that so bad.
Call him out, challenge him right now to do it.
This is so sick.
I'm going to send him a message in a minute when we're done and tell him that he needs to either make that or he's a pussy.
And Showstomper made that. Not Showstomper. Yeah, Showstomper made that too. Oh, wow.
Jay Reigns can do that.
This is Jay Reigns as well, I'm showing. You do know that is Jay Reigns McGregor he made, I was showing.
Oh, Jay Reigns made that one?
Yeah, that's the one Jay Reigns made.
All right, well, Jay Reigns, if you don't make that for a list, then
yeah,
you're coming out of my top one. You're going to number 2, mate.
But he's got so many sick customs.
Nah, he's a good lad. Not to say your top 3 customizers, but
it's too hard to be fair.
Who would be in your top 1, 2, 3 favourite? They ain't going to be the best, but who do you speak to a lot and would be up there for you?
ABC Customs is sort of new.
ABC, I like him. He messages me quite. I'm sure he's a Villa.
Yeah, I just go off people I'm speaking to.
It's Aston Villa, by the way. That's a football team, not a rugby team. I know you lot down there don't do football.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh,
Like,
how do we not forget it too? Mac Decals is a beast.
Max, amazing. I wish he'd fucking answer his messages, but he has done recently. Max good, especially his AJ Styles.
Mac gets mad to me if he doesn't respond, and I put like a question mark. He's like, "I'm busy, mate." He gets mad to me.
I'll be fair, those question marks just destroy me. That's a question, not a question mark. ABC, I can't remember if it's ABC or there's one very similar, but I dropped off some parts to him because he only lives up the road from me, and he made a Jungle Boy. I can't remember if it's ABC or someone else, but I'm sure they're a Villa fan anyway. For me, one of my favourite, not necessarily the best because
Yeah, no.
this W, but my favourite is Tava.
Yeah, I do have turbo toys.
Tava 89, he's Italian and he fucking bangs.
Yeah, I know it's somebody I'm forgetting. Oh, but we'll have to just scroll in see if I can. Too many people. I just can't even think.
I
Yeah,
will, while we're at it, I'll shout out FWA, Figures with Attitude. Great name, by the way, which I'm pretty sure I helped him choose. He's been displaying a few of my customs, and I always get confused. Is it WWE Figure Artist?
the bell.
The belt bloke. We've done a deal recently. He's a nice bloke as well. He's always sound and paid up and that. But some of the belts he makes, like my customs, not to be big Eddie, but my customs are good. But with a belt, fuck me, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Figure with attitude. He's got quite a few of my customs, and he's got quite a few of his.
What's his name?
Figures with attitude.
Wait.
I don't know if you follow him or not. It's only I think he's only about 2 weeks old on that account, but he's got some.
What did he post next? I feel like I've actually seen this.
He's got a couple of young bucks made by fucking hell, Blackjack Reaper. I want to say Black.
No, I got this account somewhere. Let me find it. It's in my DMs.
Blackjack the Ripper. He's got a couple of my gorillas.
Yeah, this guy. Look.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. Go on my.
Do you know what's funny too? Like he bought. I only found out recently he bought my Matt Riddle off me while I'd like. Do you know what Mattel made?
Yes, he did. He told me about it. He told me.
Look, this. I'm sorry, but mine's just shitting on Mattel's version.
Mattel's his shit. I said that in my story. He's got little dinosaur arms. But we started talking because I put my gorillas that you'll see on his post on eBay, and he messaged me about something else, and I was like, he was from Ireland, and on eBay the offer was from Ireland, and I was like, do you know what? If that's you online, you can just have the fucking lot. And he said, if you find his post on there, like I said, my customs are good, but with them belts and the t-shirts, which he uses. I want to say Ultimate Figure. What's his name, Ellis? The one that I use.
I know his eBay name.
I know his eBay name, but I can't remember his fucking. Have a look on Instagram. What's his name? Give him a shout. I'm sure it's Ultimate T-shirts.
I know who you're on about for sure, but
Again, she'd ship a little bit faster, but his T-shirts are.
Yeah, Ultimate Figure shirts.
Yeah, that's it. Give him a shout. His T-shirts are the best.
They used to be. To be fair, they used to be bad. I'm not gonna. Don't know if you ever had them from him, like a while ago. They used to be.
No, I've only had them within the last, 8 months or so. I've had T-shirts before off like eBay and shit, and we started talking on eBay, and then I realised I already followed him on here, but they are the best. I mean, I see a few T-shirt makers and they're nice and stuff, but when you literally just iron on a logo that's got no cut off around it.
Yeah, what you do.
They are the best T-shirts by far. Carl Brown, I think his name is. If anyone wants to find him on Facebook, like I said, I wish he was a little bit faster in terms of shipping, but other than that, I mean,
You do know your camera's on.
I don't know how to put it back on. Give me a sec. There we go. I have to switch it because I've had to put my phone on charge.
Yeah.
Who else to discuss on there? I mean, DWO. That's another one that I think's in my favourite.
Yeah, I can't even. I know there's a few people. Obviously, not the best, but like I get on with them more than others.
I think definitely BW is the best.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think Maverick Man is potentially gonna take over.
Again, he doesn't post anything, but you know Nick Custom Toys, don't you?
I do, yes. Nick,
he made me the McGregor in the box, and I thought like he's just too good.
I used to talk to him quite a lot when I was XIV. I don't know what's happened to him the last year or so. He seems to be more interested in 1/6 scale as opposed to actual WWE elites. But I mean, you look at some of the figures he's done, and he just I want to say it was like a Booker T or something, but he completely re-sculpted the whole body.
Mad.
I mean, I like these customs where people are re-sculpting the elbow pads instead of putting the rubber ones on.
Yeah.
You know, I agree with you there. He is really good. There was a couple. If you go back to Custom Underground season 1, there was a couple that was like, you know, proper up there, and they seem to have just died off a little bit.
Oh,
like I said,
somebody who's really talented is Demon Prince, I think it's something like that, who made with Turbo
yeah,
Beast. He's really good.
I agree. I follow him. There's
so many people. Too many people.
The thing is, you can bosh out a lot of work which makes you look good, and it's only okay work, or you can put one out every now and again that's just like insane. I mean, look at BW's. What's he posted today? Shawn Michaels. Just
yeah, I have to see that like 100 times on my story feed.
My favourite of his, if I'm honest, is the Game of Thrones Seth Rollins.
Really good.
And The Witcher Seth Rollins.
Oh god, there's so many people. For me, obviously, for pick fed in like posing them. Max up there, but do you know Angelo Ginati, who makes you know him?
Yeah.
He's really good. He's probably one of my. He might be in the top 3 for like not for like too much art, but more like playable.
I'm not keen on pick fedding, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If you flood my feed with pick feds,
yeah, that's why I made a separate account.
Mainly because it can either be done really, really well. Like look at BW's did a video last week, didn't he, with the Punisher in the bar?
Did
you see that?
I've seen like the thumbnail. I haven't watched it though. But
right, you need to watch it. I don't watch it. I don't watch shit like that, but I watched that and it was really good. Or there's some stuff that's just like, you know, everyone needs to start somewhere and so on, but I ain't got time in my day to be watching trash like that. If it's good, I'll watch it. If it's not, I mean, I think, you know, give it a shout out to Figz 365. He's one of the lads who messages me a lot and I help him out where I can, but he's made a separate account for his pick fed, which is fair because whilst I want to follow his customs account, I don't want to follow his pick fed account because I'm just not interested in pick fedding.
Yeah, that's why I made a separate account for all.
No, I know you've done it yourself. I mean, when you post your stories on and stuff, I mean, like some of these people, their match cards. I can't remember his name, and I wouldn't want to name him anyway. But his match cards are like fucking amazing. Then you look at his pick fedding, and it's like,
yeah, because the match cards are made by this one guy makes the sick graphics. It's like W3.
WGFX. Something.
Yeah, he makes sick. He's the one. He made my intro for my channel. He's sick.
Well, I was speaking to him when I was running my WWE 2K Universe, but
I followed you on that, and I don't even know why. I just couldn't keep up with that. That was flooding my feed.
I'm about to stop, mate. I just ain't got time for it. It was a lot. It was putting me off customizing. You know, sometimes I had figures that were due, and they were waiting quite a while, to be honest. What you got in your bench?
To be fair, not much. I got Street Profits, A Dream, Takahashi, a Kenny, and Cody.
Who? Okay. Are you coming on? Doesn't want to come on. Although he does subscribe to you on YouTube.
Fair enough.
And I told him today that BW and My Dan Toys follow me, and he was like, I told him when I first started, I had Chavo Guerrera, Shinsuke recently reposted me, Luke Rockhold was talking to me for a while, UFC Fire. I've had all these, and I tell him, and he's like, wow, you're friends with wrestlers? And I'm like, I'm really not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not at all.
Yeah.
But what was on your bench there? Sorry, I got distracted.
I've got A Dream, Street Profits, Takahashi, Kenny, and a Cody.
Let's look at that Takahashi.
I started this at January, and I only just sort of finished it recently, but I want to repaint the back. I'm not too satisfied with it, but it's the match.
I've seen this, yeah, bastard.
The match is Osprey, but I've got better pictures of the attire at the back now, so I need to repaint it. So I'm not too happy with it.
Yeah, I saw that. If you remember, I messaged you about that. I quite liked it.
Yeah, because I finally found the guy who makes his attire, so I'm tempted to do it better.
You got more than me there, mate. I've got currently a Mike Tyson. I've got an Electroshock, I think his name is, from AAA Mexico. But DWO is a bastard, and he fucking made one before me in a different attire. So to you,
I'm not really too motivated to finish these customs, to be honest.
I'm the same, mate. I had a good run a couple of months back.
I'm just more focusing on YouTube and the pick fed at the moment, but we'll see.
Same, mate. I mean, for me, new job Monday, bit of Call of Duty.
And when I'm working as well, it's like, yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? I mean, you know.
And then when I'm making Street Profits and then Mattel just releases theirs, I'm like, they're not getting finished now.
Well, luckily, that Edge that I made, I managed to sell that just before they fucking released.
To be fair, though, I say that, then I made my Orange Cassidy and they showed the AEW and I sold that a week ago, so I'm like, they still sell. So
it's decent, man. It's just, for me at the minute, it's just repeating. I've got a fourth Mike Tyson to make at the minute. You know, I sent you the head sculpt for that. It's literally just a repeat. I mean, I've made 6 Jay Whites in the last 2 months.
Yeah, when you send me a batch, don't keep sending me old guys.
It just repeats. People see one thing and someone else says, "Oh, I'll have that." I mean, that black and yellow La Parker I made recently. Shout out to Warsman. He's done a 3D printing of the head, which is way better than the one I had. But I've had 2 people message me so far saying they just want the body, and it's like just repeat. That's my dogs, by the way. Someone else's here. Yeah, that's why.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, I'll probably wrap this up soon. It's been like an hour already.
It has been an hour. What I will quickly say is,
take me ages to upload this at some point.
I was going to say to you earlier about being a customizer and having customers. Don't message customizers and say, "Can you do this?" And then you spend 20 minutes explaining how you can do this, and then they say, "All right, then cool. Maybe I'll be back in the future." Fuck off.
That's why I can't be bothered opening for commit. I just can't be bothered to deal.
I've got 15 plus messages in my own red box because it's just people wasting my time.
You can
And
sort
like
of
this,
tell. You can sort of tell as well.
you can tell because they're usually children.
Well, some people say
You
to
know,
me, "Oh, can I have a figure?" And I don't. I was like, "I don't have PayPal." And it's like, ugh.
I haven't got that much money in my PayPal at the minute. Well, you have because it's connected to your bank.
They don't even have PayPal to begin with. Some people.
The one that annoys me is like, not to blow my own trumpet, but it's quite clear there's a certain price range that I work on. Don't message me and say, "Can I have a Jay White?" And I say, "Yeah, that's X and X amount." Oh, well, someone else said they can do it for, £15. If someone else can do it for £15, you're going to get £15 worth of fucking custom.
I don't
Do you
even.
know?
I don't. Well, actually, I'm not open because I don't even advertise, so I don't really get any messages. So.
You pay for what you get at the end of the day, and we are busy. Sometimes I'm a little bit, lackluster on my replies. It might take me 3 or 4 days to get back to someone, and I may lose business. That's my own fault. But
That's like, again, go back to Gene Eddy and like D'Angelo, because I want it for my pick fed. Like I know, like his customs, like some of them I paid like £100 for just one custom.
yeah,
And it's quality though. Like I just need. It's just I can't describe it. So.
well, this is why I asked for feedback on mine. Like, I mean, my prices personally, if I made it myself out of nowhere, like that Andrade, yeah, 20-25 quid. It's a little bit of money in my pocket. That's it. But if it's commission, look at the Chris Benoit's I've made. They're £75 and up. So you do pay for what you get at the end of the day. And like I mean, I had someone message me saying, "Oh, well, I can get that for 20." You ain't gonna get the same quality. Do you know what I mean? And I think I'm quite happy to put a rant on my Instagram. I ain't bothered if I lose followers for saying something I shouldn't say. Then fuck off. Like, but I speak to a lot of customizers, and it's like some of the stories you hear, like, "Oh, can you make me this? But I can't pay for 12 and a half weeks." I definitely will pay. Can you pay a deposit? No. I can't pay anything for another 12 and a half weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck off then. I'll speak to you in 12 and a half weeks. Do you know what I mean? No. Like I've said to you before, I'm quite happy to take a deposit. Let's say the figure's £100. I want a £20 deposit, and then I want the rest to be paid up to 2 weeks after completion. I think that's fair. Like, that allows flexibility.
I would do that. I have done that before, so.
It allows flexibility for people. People can't just pay 100, especially at the minute with COVID and shit. You can't just afford like 100 and plus whatever. But like I've said to you before, I mean, I've got one customer that I sent him the first one. He loved it. And after that, I was like, right, as you're going to keep coming back, let's have a little bit less on the cash wise because I know you're going to come back for more. He's just ordered, like I said to you the other day, like he's ordered nearly 15 customs off me by the end of the year. So flexibility works, but also he knows how much I'm worth. I'm not gonna sell him £100 figure for 30 quid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, look, you get a lot of kids on here that are saying like, "Oh, my dad says I can have £15," and well, you ain't getting.
I haven't really dealt with any of that. But
I speak to, like I said about earlier, Tarver 89 and stuff. We speak a lot, but I'm sure it's just me. I get so much fucking shit. Like, I don't know what it is about me. Like, I don't know, but I get it all the time. And like, there's kids out there that are learning. Lucas Wrestling Figz, don't know if you follow him. Good lad, nice. Messages me all the time.
I speak to him on a bit. Lucas, if you're watching this.
What a nice little kid. And
nah, not a nice little kid. You're annoying, Lucas, if you're watching this. I'm joking.
He's a nice kid, and like, if if you're looking for someone to spend 20 or 30 quid on the custom for, look at these lower look at these lower kids that are still practicing and learning their sculpt, because they're going to come to us for help anyway. I mean, Lucas messages me, we speak probably daily about things, and
I spoke to him in like the call, and I played with him on X. Like, I've actually.
He's just a nice lad, and his work, I'm sure he's about 14 or 15. His work is spectacular for what it is. Now, if you don't want to spend £200 on a BW and you want to spend a little bit less, go to these guys that are still practicing, because in 2 years' time, they're going to far exceed what we are. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, look at Figz 365 now. Yeah, he's doing his Bullet Club, and we've been texting, and he's now doing a guitar like I did a guitar. You might say he might have copied me.
He's good friends with. I speak to him as well a bit.
It's inspiration. You've got to look for inspiration, and if he finds his inspiration in me, for me that's good. Now, go and use these younger customizers that are, willing to do a little bit more for a little bit less, because they're still learning. For me, like, if I offer you £100 custom and you offer me £50, I'm going to say no, because I don't need that money.
Yeah,
I don't need the effort. I don't need the time. I don't need nothing. Now, for a younger kid that's 15, 16, that 50 quid might be the difference between, buying more stock for the next 3 or 4 years. Obviously, we all do it for the money and stuff, but I won't take the piss out of myself. Yeah, and I'm not saying these kids should take the piss out of themselves. And what I'm saying is, you look at BW up here, and you look at, say, even me, the limit of me to BW is, it's crazy. Like, I could charge £100 for a figure that he'd charge 300 for. But he's just saying, if you're looking for a cheaper custom that's going to do the job, pick fedding, or anything like that, look at these younger guys that are doing something. Especially, I mean, I don't know who's from the States, but you got Havoc Figs, you got So Customs, Milkman Customs. I'm sure they're all young kids. Lucas, you got Figz 365. I'm trying to think who comes into my messages. Like, but use these younger kids, because not only does it give you a cheaper custom that you're happy with, it gives them the experience that they need. And this is what I was saying on my post.
You're all gonna love this podcast listening to this.
Oh yeah, they love it, yeah. But that's what I was saying on my post about my HBK. Like, I'm a 32-year-old man. If you say my figure's shit, I'm just going to say...
I remember before, I don't know if you were around then, Terry was sticking up for me, but on Facebook I posted Owen Hart, and Jesus, did I experience some shit.
Terry is the absolute man, and that's who that HBK was for. But the thing is, what I was saying was, Terry wanted that HBK as it was, he got the HBK as it was, and he was happy. Terry is also, I think, same age as me, 30 odd or something. We don't care. Like, if I do you a custom, let's say I sell you a custom and someone else says it's shit, but you're happy, I don't care, because you've paid me, you're happy. Like, but if I was I've got a 13-year-old, like I said, I've got a 13-year-old lad, and if he did something and someone said this is shit, and he would come to me and he was in tears and he was like, Dad, I did my best, but they don't like it, I'd be like, mate, fuck these fucking bricks. Do you know what I mean? This is what I was saying. Just, you've got to have some respect. This is what I'm saying now about, like, 365 and Lucas. When I first started on Custom Underground 1, which is probably, the first figure I ever made was a Finn Balor Demon Paint, and it was made out of a Cody, because Finn Balor had no figure. I made a Mason Ryan. He's Welsh. That's his name, isn't it? Mason Ryan. I made him into an elite, and this is going back maybe 7 or 8 years. Like, I didn't have people, like, Instagram wasn't a thing then, really. There was a bit of Facebook, but I didn't have people saying, like, do this, it's good, but do this, but do this. So these kids, if I went into Lucas's figures now and I went, see that figure you've made, that's shit, fucking shit that is, it would crush him, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind people saying
again,
to me,
though, like, with Lucas or your lad, like, it's just the world we live in, it's just gonna be hate. So they gotta go into it knowing you're gonna get hate.
Even you, like, you're 19, I'm 32, so if I messaged you saying, oh, fucking hell, Ellis, that Takahashi shit, you take it to heart, yeah?
Yeah, take that.
You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. Like,
But I'm expecting it's not going to please everyone, and it's just I'm
exactly.
like
But
I'm not
like,
going to make videos. People are not going to like. They're going to shit on them. But I know people are not going to. Everyone's not going to like it. It is what it is.
well, like I said on my previous post,
I'm not going to stop making videos because few people didn't like
exactly.
that one video.
That's the point to these young customizers. Like
So if
you
people shit on them, they just need to. They're going to get hate even if they're BW. It just is what it is.
like I said, I get hate on mine. I'll reply and I'll say like, you know, I respect your opinion. You might think this is shit, but have some fucking respect and speak to me like I'm an
At
actual.
least show me yours first.
Exactly. I mean, and, who was it? Someone commented on my Andrade saying it was too ripped. So I put on my story a picture of Andrade, doing my figure, and I was like, they're not ripped. It's the exact same. And then someone else was like, oh, look, he's called you out on his story.
Yeah.
I messaged him and I said, I respect your opinion. Like, you can think this is too ripped, but when you're speaking to me on my account, have some respect. If you want to say, oh, you know, hey, bro, like, I've looked over this figure and I think it's maybe a bit too ripped. Otherwise, it's great. I'll be like, you know what? I understand completely. But when people say, oh, this is fucking shit, did your mum not?
Just don't
Did your,
comment.
yeah, did your mum not fucking teach you how to talk? Do you know what I mean? It's just called respect. I don't disrespect people. If I see someone on Instagram that I think is probably a bit shit, I don't say nothing. Or if
I just don't comment. I just
exactly, or you know, these lads message me. I'm sure it was
if they
JDL.
ask me what do they think about the custom in a DM, then I go down. But I'm not gonna say,
I'm
oh,
sure,
do this,
I'm
do
sure
that. Like
it was JDL Wrestling. He's just posted at Osprey the last couple of days, and he messaged me and he was like, "What do you think?" And I said, "Do you know what? It's good, but your paint's a bit thick." I didn't say, "Oh, I think this is fucking shit. Like, you should give this up."
yeah,
So I mean, 'cause
agree.
well, that's it. Right, I will let you go, mate, because I've obviously had a few beers and I'm a little bit.
Yep. Well, that's been today's podcast of 13 Figs, and yeah, this has been interesting topics, more than usual anyway. Finally got a
Yeah,
customizer on you for once.
probably the best guess you've ever had, to be fair.
Wow, it's the freaking longest, I'll tell you
Mate, I've got way more. We'll go again tomorrow.
that. Literally.
The last thing I'll say is, Jay Rains, you've been called out. You need to make Elias, Conor McGregor, in those fucking trousers. Otherwise, little bitch. Love you really.
Yeah, you heard the J Rain. Anyway, all the links for 14 Figs mine Instagram will be in the link in the description. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed and thanks for watching and bye for now.
See you later, brother.
See you later.